The studio was warm with late afternoon light, golden and slow, spilling through the wide windows and catching dust in the air like flecks of gold. The only sound was the gentle creak of the floorboards and the occasional drag of my brush across canvas. But she was the only thing I could really hear, her presence louder than anything. She stood barefoot, draped in the sheer linen robe I'd handed her earlier, the tie hanging loose, the fabric barely clinging to her frame. Her skin caught the light like a secret, shadows pooling in the soft dips of her body, her collarbone glowing like polished marble. She shifted, just slightly, and the robe slipped from one shoulder. I didn't speak. I didn't need to. Every line of her body was burned into me now, her shape, her rhythm, the way her breath rose and fell like a tide. The canvas held her outline, but I wasn't painting her exactly. I was painting how she made me feel. Colour bled from my brush like heat, warm tones building layer by layer, amber where her skin caught the sun, deep burgundy where the shadows kissed her thighs, soft ivory where her neck stretched, exposed. Each stroke felt like a touch I couldn't give her yet, not without ending the moment, not without breaking the spell. She watched me, still, curious, waiting. I set the brush down slowly, fingers stained with pigment. My hands ached, not with effort, but with restraint. I walked toward her, slow, the scent of linseed oil and her skin thick in the space between us. She didn't move when I reached her. Her eyes stayed on mine, and when I brushed her hair back behind her ear, she leaned into the gesture like it was something sacred. I traced the curve of her jaw with the back of my knuckle, then down, following the path I had just painted, throat, shoulder, the rise of her chest. The robe slipped further, caught for a moment at her elbow, then gave into gravity, revealing her completely. She was art, not something to be captured or owned, just something to witness, to honor. I pressed my palm to the small of her back and drew her in, our bodies aligning like brush and canvas. My mouth found her skin, tasting salt and heat and the faint sweetness of something floral. She wrapped her arms around my neck, grounding me, inviting more. Our movements were unhurried, like paint drying slow, irreversible. Her fingers dug lightly into my back as I lifted her, carrying her to the corner of the studio where the drop cloths and shadows waited. We sank to the floor, surrounded by half-finished work, by colour and silence and breath. Clothes became memory. Skin met skin with the reverence of a signature. We moved like a finished painting. No hesitation, no corrections, just the quiet certainty of two forms merging into one composition. After, with her resting against my chest and our bodies cooling under the fading sun, I looked at the half-done canvas and knew it would never be enough, because no brush could ever paint what I felt when she was in my arms. Thank you for listening. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to hear more.